When they come get the money, come get the money, come get the money, come get the money.
When they come and get the money. When they come and get the money. When they come and get the money. And then you're going to say it's too late.
This is how they do it. This is how they
No,
So I am.
Did you get our memo?
Okay, so I am really glad that everybody showed up. I want everybody to. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to let you know the meeting right now is being video recorded
And audio recorded.
and audio recorded, but it's not pointing at anybody in particular. So you don't have to worry. It's not pointing at nobody in particular, but it's just capturing the wall right now. But if you want to say something, you can up with the camera or whatever. Okay.
Let's discuss.
So in moving forward, anybody have any first questions?
Questions been answered. They don't give a damn about tickets, so
Okay. So basically, we have about $6,000 in front of us. I guess this was created at the. I guess it's up to date at the end of June. That's it.
That's the date.
So if we haven't spent any money since then, I figure this amount is correct.
I got what is it, the records from, up until May, I think.
Okay.
After that, I have no,
Well, we was talking today.
that's 6,500.
We had asked him to get a up to date.
And this says
it's been
630.
that amount for the last 6 months.
Right.
I think it's less
This
than.
from the last 3 months.
I don't really believe it's 6,500. I believe there's about three. I think it's I think it's about 6,300.
I think we
The
should do
actual.
it.
All right. So we'll all agree about
Yeah.
$6,000.
Yeah, no, but 6,000.
About $6,000
Yeah.
in the account.
So
Okay.
let's discuss how we're going to put it up.
Yeah, the reason why we're having this meeting is because we want to discuss on how we want to spend the rest of the money before CHP takes the money. And what they're doing is basically they're doing a bait and switch move on us, I think. I think they're doing a bait and switch move on us. Okay? They're telling us they're not taking the money, but they're not being truthful in what it means. Okay? They're saying that they're changing the funding. Okay? But I don't think it's in our favor. Okay? And number two, we don't even get a say in it. We, as a council and as residents and the community, we have not had a chance to voice our concerns or had a chance to negotiate the terms. So, which I think is totally unfair. Okay. So, with regards to the proposal that CHP is saying and what James Tracy is saying is basically they want to take part of the they want to take all the income that we get from the tenant council, that which is the washing machines, the soda machines, the vending machine, all the income that comes from our building, and they want to take that money and put it into CHOP.
You give it to James
Can we just
Tracy.
buy our own machine?
No.
No, they're not going to let you do that.
No. But basically, they're going to take the funding from our machines and put it towards CHOP, rather than putting into our tenant council funds.
What's CHOP?
It's a program James Tracy's starting up.
Vince
For what purpose?
Because apparently he can't do a fundraiser himself.
Let me explain about that too. CHP has created and CHP has been subsidizing a program called CHOP. It's a community organizing program that James Tracy is heading up. Okay? Yeah, come on in, Angie, have a seat.
Apparently they can't fund it no more.
And anyway, apparently,
They can't get no federal funds?
No, it's not about federal funds. In the past, CHP has been subsidizing CHOP for all these years. And now they decided not to subsidize CHOP for whatever reason. But instead of not subsidizing CHOP, they want to subsidize it by using our funds.
What does CHOP do though? What is CHOP?
CHOP is basically a community organizing group. And I really don't know too much about it, and that's why I'm a little bit disappointed to hear that they're going to put use our funds, use the backs of the residents, the community, to support some organization that we really don't know about.
Also, it's an effect with all the buildings. not
And,
just
and,
ours.
and exactly, and they're taking all the funds from all the buildings to support a group that we really don't know about or don't really care about and don't really affect, and it really doesn't affect our building.
I know what CHOP stands for.
Okay,
I know.
what?
Taking our money from us.
Exactly. Chop our money. Chop our
Right
money.
off.
Okay.
Corey,
Yeah.
have you broken that down on how much money in that percentage-wise that you and I discussed earlier?
It's about
Yeah,
7 grand.
Have you
that's,
broken that down already?
yeah, that's a good question. We're gonna get to that in a second.
10%.
So,
We need to move on.
Okay.
Well, what I just want to briefly,
Go ahead.
I don't want to, interrupt because, it has something with what I'm saying to do with what you're saying about the money, the funds. Okay, I was told that there are, like grants or amounts of money that are put out for every district. Like, Chinatown's got their little tenant association.
Well,
They have, we should have one. We need to find out who.
okay, I'm gonna explain that to you. Good question. Good question.
I didn't know that. That's something we need to.
Yeah, good question. I want to let you know that every building in CHP has its own budget. Okay? From the city and county and from the federal government. Now, in regards to the tenant council funds, every building has its own tenant council funds. Okay? But the income fluctuates on each building based on the vending machines. So each building has its own vending machines, soda machines, and washing machines, and they get their income derived off of their machines for each building. But our building is consistent with our income. Some buildings are inconsistent. So I don't know what the reasoning is, but that shouldn't be the reason to take our money. Okay? But the real reason is they want to divert the money, our tenant council money, and give it to CHOP. Okay? And they want to do it for all the buildings.
And it has
Okay.
our security.
And basically, some buildings have more money than others. Okay? But besides the point, it's affecting us. It's affecting our Christmas, our Thanksgiving dinners. Okay? The only thing we really get from CHP is a Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? And the rest of it is not really been really a holiday for us. Okay? Because other than that, we have our own holidays. And you guys remember the holidays we've had with our own tenant council funds. And we had a Veterans Day celebration. You guys remember that? Then we went out to Hard Rock Cafe and stuff. That was because it was for our own building. And then it affected our own building. And now they basically are taking the funds away from us. And they're saying they're not taking it away, but I feel like they're taking it away. And they're giving us in return crumbs. Little crumbs in return. And they're saying they're changing it, but they're not changing it to benefit us. You know what I mean? In our favor. Now, in regards to, we only have about $6,000. Okay? And now how the program, what I'm getting, this information I'm getting is from James Tracy, not from CHP. So it's not formalized, and it's not official, and we're not getting any word from CHP at all. So, which is disappointing, because we should be getting this information from CHP than having to hear it from James Tracy.
Right.
Okay?
Somebody should have been here at the meeting to explain all this to them.
And you know what gets me? They had this information when Elizabeth and Lisa Blakely came out.
Since June.
And apparently, conveniently, they didn't mention it at the time when we had the meeting. So it shows me that they didn't want to say it to us and want to listen to our reactions or our concerns.
I have a concern.
But everybody at CHP knew about it.
Can I say
Yeah.
something? I've been questioning the thought in my mind. Okay, all right, Elizabeth. Okay, she's CHP. Lisa Blakely. Okay, I don't even know this lady. So finally the other day.
She's cool.
She's cool. But where does she come from? Let's say I'm nothing against her. Who is she?
She's
She's
Susie's
from
boss.
Pathway something. Who's Pathway?
Well, no, she used to be the director of tenant services, but now
That's another organization.
they're forming another order. Joining
Tenant Services has been
She
renamed.
works for housing authority.
as
It has been
Pathway.
renamed Pathway.
So they get more federal
It's the
money.
same thing, just a different
What the
name.
hell?
So
Again, I wanna just reiterate.
Oh, we need to move back.
There is a meeting that will be scheduled for them to come out.
But it's a little late
It's a little,
after the fact.
I'm just putting it out
Why don't you
there.
put
It's not tomorrow.
But that's
Y'all should have told me that in June, not
that's the
talking
point.
about.
That's
We
I'm just a
understand.
Yeah,
messenger. I'm just
Okay,
a
I'm
messenger.
I
gonna make a
understand,
note
and
of
the
that.
messenger got his head cut off.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
okay. So in moving forward, you guys have some papers in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's got 3 outlines about it. I need to see what it
I don't
says.
have it.
Can I get a copy of it,
Here,
please?
here.
Could I get a copy, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Basically, this is coming from James Tracy, and it's basically the proposal to Tenant Council. Okay. And this is what, and they still haven't got all the details worked out yet to let us know. So that's what bothers me, is that they're waiting this late to figure out all the details yet. Again, Tenant Council will still receive funding, just not from the machines. Okay?
I say we start cooking the books and
Well,
keeping a little
listen,
bit
another
back
thing.
every month.
They will automatically get 10%
What they want to do.
of the building's tenant project budget.
We only get
No.
10%.
No, I know, the tenant council and the community
Only
is
get,
only gonna get 10% of the building project budget, not from the machines.
right.
Okay, so that's a whole different 10% program, that's a whole different
Yeah.
funding, okay?
You don't get no money.
And right now, we get to spend how we please through, and that 10%,
Yeah.
we get to spend it on how we please through a participatory budget process. And they don't even know what that means.
What does that
It says more
What the hell does
info
that
on
mean?
budget, more info on participatory budgeting soon. So they don't have that information, but apparently they're gonna have that more information to us.
Sound like a crock of
Okay,
bullshit to me.
so it sounds to me, they're implementing a program, they're giving money away and taking the money away from us, but without a proven, without a detailed plan. Okay?
They robbing us and not even giving
All right,
us.
the tenant, before I move on to the next part.
Hold on.
The tenant project budget, what that means is that every year, tenant services gets this thing called a tenant budget.
Tenant
Not for
council.
you.
Okay, and what that means,
Tenant service.
it's,
Tenant service.
yeah, tenant services gets a budget called the tenant's projects budget.
You get
And tenant
7%.
services can use that money, but what that budget is basically used for is a coffee hour,
This, put on.
the food that
Birthday
we,
club, birthday
the
club.
birthday clubs,
Yeah, once a month cake.
the little bingo food or whatever.
Done that once a year.
So to give you guys a breakdown on this.
Okay, but basically,
Don't break down. Let's move forward.
Let's move forward.
yeah, basically that is small in comparison
To what we get.
to what we usually get.
On the annual.
Okay.
And we don't even get that.
And another thing is this, and does that mean we're gonna have less coffee hours from tenant services? Does that mean, we're gonna have less birthday clubs from tenant services? Does that mean what other cuts from tenant services budget is that gonna come out of? You know what I mean? That we're supposed to be getting. So how is that gonna affect our regular services that we get from tenant services? So I'd like to know more about that as well.
We need to discuss what we're gonna do with the money.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to tell you that tenant project budget is not as big as we think it is,
I can imagine.
and it's basically they're giving us crumbs again. Okay, they're giving us pebbles and
Yeah.
crumbs, and saying that they're not taking our. They're basically saying we're not taking money away from you. We're changing it, but their definition of changing is basically they're giving us crumbs.
So let's, stand before the day.
Exactly.
So let's move on.
Okay, so I just want everybody to understand the situation.
Does everybody understand the
We're getting
situation?
screwed.
Yeah.
That's the bottom
Okay.
line.
All
We're
right.
getting
Does everybody
screwed.
understand that there will be a meeting with management
We
next
don't give a
week?
damn about
I'm
the
just, hold on, Jimmy, let's
So they
not
can
let's
come-
not get negative.
No.
I'm just putting out
So Lisa
information.
Blakely can
They're
use big
rappers,
words
not
to me,
me.
but we'll screw you.
Information.
So you will be able to
These
talk to
people are screwing us.
management. They're not here now.
They're
So,
screwing us.
again, the purpose of the meeting, along with getting the education that Corey's putting out, is to vote to what you want to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting screwed.
All right.
Period.
All right.
Let's move on.
Now
All right.
let's move on, because we know they fucked. They
All right,
screwing us.
number two on the list. Property management will pay 100% of the cable in the common room.
Yeah, we know that.
That's what one thing that property management will do is that they will pay the cable in our in our cable in our community room. But you know what gets me upset? Right now we're paying basic cable
Out of our tenant, whatever.
out of our tenant council funds,
They can't give us one.
and we can afford HBO if we want to. So if property management wants to start paying our cable, I think they should give us all the channels. What do you think?
Corey reads you out of your
I want HBO. I want Showtime. I want Cinemax.
I'm gonna get that.
You're gonna be, and we're all gonna be living back there with flash flips in the year.
And you know what? And you know what? If we want to, maybe we,
Here's the porno, too.
okay?
And we want them too. We want four of them.
'Cause you never
Corey,
know.
come on with this.
Okay.
Come on.
But you know what?
Lost his mind.
But you know what? It's not fair because we don't get a chance to
All right, move
negotiate.
on.
It's not fair that we don't get a chance to negotiate on the terms of the cable.
You know,
Okay.
what's a shame is
All
they
right.
didn't get to explain it to us.
All right. Number three. This is the last thing that James Tracy had let us know. If your tenant council has money in the bank, which we all know we do, it's still yours. But you have to spend it down by the end of August.
Right.
We will.
They just let us-
So I'm going to let you know. Again, I haven't heard any feedback from CHP letting us know what spending it down means.
We don't even have a
Okay.
tenant council.
No, we do have a tenant council.
No, because the election was supposed to be in June.
But this is about the community.
This is
I-
right.
But-
I know, but what I'm saying is we don't have a tenant council, so
But it
what's up?
don't matter, we
It
still,
don't matter.
it's our
We're gonna
money.
do
This
it.
is our money.
Don't worry, we're
This
gonna do
is
it.
our
It's our
money.
money. It's our
Right
money.
now, this is the tenant
This
council.
is the tenant council. That's right.
This is
I
the
agree
tenant
with you on
council.
that one.
And I'm going to
We're
explain some of the former tenant council members are here.
So we're going, yeah.
Remember
So
when
we are
Delancey-
representing our
Delancey
community.
House, remember we went to Delancey House that one time when we, the first tenant
Yeah.
council? Remember that? You remember that?
We are essentially we are representing of the community.
That's right.
Okay?
All right.
So I want to let you know before we answer any questions, Jamie. Basically, the money is still ours. Okay, but I want to know: are they willing to honor how much we can spend down to? Because I think they might expect some of that money.
Well, if it's our
You know
money.
what? I think
Okay.
until they put the brakes on it, I say we spend every dime on
I agree.
it. Every damn dime.
I agree. So
Corey, I have a suggestion.
sure.
That since this, I don't know if it can be put forward for other things, but just divide the money into all the people here.
No.
And get it out.
Can't do
And
that.
because a lot of parties
No.
and such, everybody
do
just
that.
loves
Can't
a party.
Jamie, I'm not trying to
No.
cut you. I'm not trying to cut you.
Not happening.
I get a point.
You can't, wait a minute, we
can't
stop
do
that.
that.
You can't do it,
Stop
Jamie.
right
She said
there.
everybody
Right to speak on
They
it.
won't let
She
you.
want to speak on it.
They won't let you.
We
Okay.
got Thanksgiving and
I don't
Christmas.
mean to be
Hey,
rude,
everybody,
but you
excuse me,
can't write it
excuse me,
down like that.
excuse me for everybody. Everybody will get a chance to say something, please. Let's just give everybody courtesy to say something, okay? Now, also we have to respect people's suggestions because this is the point of the meeting, okay? So I want to acknowledge what Jamie had said, and then I want to go to Richard, let him respond. But again, everybody gets a chance to say something, okay? Because this meeting, there's no time limit, okay? So don't worry, okay? And this meeting has been recorded, so everything you say, we're gonna put in writing, okay? So, Jamie, in response, that is a good suggestion, okay? And I want Richard, and then we're gonna go to Steve in response to your suggestion. Okay, go ahead,
And I
Richard.
wanted to just add one more to what I was saying, was that if, in fact, I don't see why we can't just give out the money to buy it like that, but if in fact it has to go through some kind of a thing, then make it out to a Safeway or, you know, Goodwill, but not at some sandwich place.
Good point.
Okay.
Something
Good
like
point.
Safeway, where you can get what you actually
Thank you, Jamie, thank
Okay.
you.
Marcus.
Okay, Richard, your turn.
Jamie, I hear what you're saying. I would love to take the money and give it out to everybody. First of all, you can't do it, it's in the bylaws. Second of all, they ain't gonna let you do it because it has to go to an event. It has to go to an event. I dealt with these people for a year. No charities. It's got to go to a community-based event. Take my word. I know what I'm talking about. I went through hell.
Steve was next.
Now, and also now, since we're taking suggestions, we take the money. We got to do our backpack thing. We do it every year, and we do it well.
For the kids.
For the kids. So this year we do a grand. Let's say we do a grand.
And
my only other suggestion-
backpacks this year?
We don't have that much
Bottom.
kids for a grand.
We've already
We'll
bought
load
them
up the
back.
backpacks.
We've already bought them back.
Okay,
Hold on, can
all right,
I?
can we,
Yeah.
one more question with Steve, and then we'll go back to you.
And then
with-
Daryl.
With the suggestions and your planning, okay, your ideas. Steve, what's your quick question?
Not a question, just simply this. If they're taking the money, whether they're gonna tell us or not, and they said that we need to spend it any way we saw fit, the idea of what she came up with ain't such a bad idea.
Okay.
Just let me finish. It's, now you say it's in the bylaws. Hey, what the hell, bylaws are simply just guides. It's not in stone. And what they're doing is not right, so why should we not reap a little bit of the reward from the fact that you're coming in here and hijacking our ass?
Hey, Steve, I want to respond to that. I believe that we all deserve a reward,
I'm
but
not
I want
saying it that way.
to, but I want to let you know that we all want to be fair, okay? In the dispersion and the distribution of it. Okay, now Richard, before we get back to you, I want to answer another question.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick question. Come on up here.
Actually, it's a suggestion.
Okay, just come on up here so we can all see you and hear you.
Right.
Introduce
You
yourself.
had mentioned it in a passing conversation that we had. I would recommend, I would encourage everyone to go along with this idea, is let's get a prepaid Visa or MasterCard and put the money on that. Then you can use it anytime for any event. It's not limited to one sale or one item whatsoever. We can use it throughout the whole year.
That's a good idea.
Yes, that's an excellent
Oh,
idea.
that's the next one I did, but hold on, I got bad news. I'm the bearer of bad news
Okay,
here.
We're not
Richard.
gonna let you
You cannot do that either. I'm gonna
Why
tell you
not?
what, hold on, wait a minute. Who says? You gotta, they're checks. The checks have to be authorized. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You cannot put that, you cannot tell them, oh, put the money on a prepaid credit card. You have to have events, you have to have like backpacks, parties, things like that. You have to have an event. Y'all come up with, hold on y'all, hold on, all this, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You cannot, it will not work. It's wasting our time. We got to go do it through the events. I dealt with this for a year. But if you want to do all that old giving it out, whatever, you can't do it. You cannot do it.
It's just a suggestion.
It cannot be done, man. I give up.
Okay,
Do it. I'm through with it. I'm through with it. Do it.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Daryl and then Rodney.
Daryl, and then
No,
Rodney.
I'm just saying it can be done.
It can't be done.
Okay,
do it.
If I may,
Do it. Do it.
Mr. Condon,
What do you have to say?
and everyone,
I'm through with it.
we're just taking ideas.
Right.
We're not trying to figure out if it can be done. We'll find out that at a later time, but we're taking ideas so that, so if you think it can't be done, that's fine. But let's come up with some ideas that can be done.
Okay. What can be done? Let's get back to the events.
Okay,
That's where we should be.
the next question we're going to move on to is Dwayne. Go ahead.
Why don't we, create Wi-Fi for the whole building?
No.
Here we go again.
I think Property Manager got that.
Hey.
That's
That's
Property Manager said that they were
Here we
talking
go.
about,
Here
we
we
gotta be
go.
like a
What?
community, and they meant just.
Okay,
We act more
listen,
like-
you guys.
That's not right.
I want to add something to Richard a little bit. At this point, CHP, I'm really disappointed in CHP for not letting us know. Okay?
Yeah.
And also at the same time, when they're taking our funds away, they're also taking part of our hope.
They're shooting for themselves.
Okay?
Yeah.
And,
Really
you know,
bad.
and they're taking our ability to empower ourselves. as a group, as a tenant council. Okay? And I want to let you know that tenant council funds, I really think belongs to the community here at our building. And at this point, they may say that it's for the events. Okay, we are going to use it for the events, but we need to convert that money into something. Okay? And that's what Richard is trying to explain, is that we can't just convert the money into Visa and spend it the way we like it. Okay, without everybody agreeing on it. We have to go through a process because that money is still considered our tenant council funds.
That's right.
Okay, so we have to still go by the bylaws in regards to that.
Right.
But Richard, he's saying that it cannot be done in certain ways, but in certain parts, the money we can convert.
There are loopholes.
Yes, there are situations where we can convert the money. What I meant is writing it out to a vendor. A vendor can be Green Dot.
I agree.
It can be greendot.com. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be Safeway.com or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, but the money has to be issued out to a vendor.
There you go.
And we distribute it. And we distribute it using our regular tenant council meetings and everybody agreeing to it, but the money will be converted into a Visa, prepaid card, or some kind of a gift card or certificate. And I feel that tenant services is trustworthy to hold that for us.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think that's what I was trying to explain. Now that's what we can do.
And I understand what you're trying to say,
I knew you were
Richard.
saying, I knew you
Part
do.
of it, we
Because they
can't
ain't
do.
gonna do that. They ain't gonna just
Part
okay,
of
what
it
we
we can't
doing.
do, and part of it we can do.
Yeah.
And what part of it we can't do is we can't just spend the money crazy.
Willy-nilly.
And we all have to be in agreement, and it has to be for events for the community.
There you go.
Okay? We still have to go by the bylaws
their rules
of the
too.
tenant fund, the tenant council funds.
How you spend it.
Okay, how we still want to spend it. But we want to do is discuss about how much money do we want to take from the funds and convert it, like Jamie had discussed and brought up, and maybe a gift card, a Visa card, a prepaid card, and store it with tenant services.
Right.
What do you guys think about that?
Great idea. And that's all I was saying.
Daryl,
Vendors.
you all for that?
Yeah.
Richard, you up for that?
I'm all for
Jimmy.
it. You explained it quite well.
Okay, so
First time I agree with
Liana, before we make a vote, I want to ask you last questions. Liana.
Okay, the vendors, that's considered on the safety as a prepaid thing?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
Safeway.
YMCA, okay?
Yes.
I know this is like, it's not that much money. I was gonna say this before this came about, because I mean, this is like now I'm thinking, well, they're gonna take the rest of what we have, we might as well just go big, right? But it's not about that, it's about the community, this is our community money. This money belongs to our community. You know, it's not, it's our money. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta spend it for our community. So, you know, the YMCA, they have cards. Like, they actually have some of the buildings from us that participate like this, or they have a card, and like they'll turn it in after they're done, and the next person will use it, like almost like Costco. But it's only $20. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm thinking, well,
$20
For what?
for, you know, like those cards, I don't know if that's for each month, but like for the year, I'm sure. You know,
Oh yeah, that's
you
another
get like
thing.
3 cards, you leave them, or 2 cards, and you relay them.
That's another thing.
Like somebody will use it, and then they have the gym, they got the, because we need stuff like that.
Right.
You know.
That's another thing. When CHP thought about taking our money away, they didn't think about they're taking some of the programs that we have already here. And part of that we have our Costco card.
Yeah.
Part of that we have the YMCA card.
I don't know if we ever had that,
Okay,
but that's what I'm
so
trying-
we used to do
trying
things
bring
like that. We used
I touched down with my daughters actually go to Hawaii. They did their summer thing there, and they got a grant, and I actually was, so I'm pretty, familiar with the staff. And they told me last year that that's how they were working, I think, one of the buildings, with the cards.
Yeah.
They were like only $20.
Yeah.
But we also remember, I don't know if you remember, we used to have our meetings at the old Y building. They're taking a lot of those programs away from us. Even the Y is even getting like limited, like cutbacks. That's kind of messed up. I was just thinking maybe we could, do business with them because of the fact that they sponsor us, help me help you. Here, I hear that they were gonna take, I mean, there's a lot of everybody's.
Okay, well, let's don't get off this top, let's don't get off the topic too much, but I wanna let you know, it's basically, it's sad that some of the programs that we used to have is not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Programs aren't even gonna be there.
Alright, so back to.
Alright, let's all come to, in moving forward, come to a vote.
Well, I have one thing. to
Okay,
say.
last thing, Jamie.
And it might be like a double thing, but I had no trouble with tenant council like overlooking the, what,
Tenant services.
10 services, overlooking tenant council spending. I mean, I feel safer with them, you know, like knowing what.
It's okay.
In there, so I'm just
I
gonna
got
throw that out.
one thing, Corey, when you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I appreciate you facilitating this the way you're doing. It's going pretty positive. But what I want to do is I want to just go down this list up with the room. Okay, so divide among tenants. We decided that can't happen, right?
I wouldn't count
That
that.
can't
Okay,
happen.
hold on. And then the backpacks, tenant services are going to do the backpack. We're going to do the backpacks for the kids, so you guys don't have to spend your money on that, okay? And now the prepaid MasterCard. What denomination of amount you guys are talking about putting on each? Hold on. Because if we get a check or a couple of checks made out to Safeway, they sell the prepaid cards, so it don't have to go directly to prepaid. Go to Safeway, we just purchase.
Probably
them.
about
Hold on. We just purchase the cards that you guys decide
Like
on
we did
from
before.
Safeway, so we can do that from Safeway. The Wi-Fi, that's
Wait a minute. Safeway offers prepaid MasterCard?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
sell
we
them
did.
there.
They
They sell them
did.
there and they
So
throw them
they got all
out.
gift card malls.
We did.
They're full of gift
And
cards.
we can use those cards on any vendor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can use
Safeway.
You can use those cards on any vendor that accepts MasterCard or Visa.
Right.
There you go. 'Cause we
Okay.
get it. We
But
I
it's
want to be clear.
Okay, so it's not just Safeway.
No.
Okay.
So that, and on the thing of the suggestion of the Wi-Fi,
That's property
Travis
management.
talked about that. He said he would see about it, but that would be a property management
Management
thing.
thing.
So we don't put that one on the back burner. Again, gift certificates.
Get it off
One of the things I
stall.
talked to Mr. Little and Mr. Reese about in the office was, since you guys are coming up on Christmas,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving,
Right.
you can get one large gift certificate to Honey Baked Ham. You
Right.
can get one large gift certificate to Boston Market.
There you go.
Whatever you decide, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And then you can use those gift certificates for your Thanksgiving
Right.
and your Christmas dinner.
Exactly.
And then you got New Year's, you can just use a prepaid card. This is only suggestions, you guys, because when I heard this, I kind of felt like, okay, and I was asked, well, let's, get the troops together, rally them, and find out what they want to spend it on. I understand, I hear everybody's point, and I understand that, but I'm biased on that. I can't really get involved in that, but I can help you guys with this, and this will go, and the checks will be cut, and then the money will be out of that account, and you won't have to worry about losing. Then you can voice your opinions on what you think should happen down the line further with the tenant council
Yeah,
money.
Well,
and
basically-
keep in mind
Now, that's
too,
what I was trying to.
you only have until the end of August,
That's
so
what I'm
it's gotta
saying.
get done.
It's got to get done,
Yeah.
baby.
What we gonna do today? We'll do the amount.
That's what I'm trying to say. How
Okay.
much you guys want to put? So I can
All right.
Let's do
Okay, Nevada has a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, isn't our security deposit interest in that?
No.
Yes.
I have some
Yes.
in the council, I mean, the tenants.
Oh, okay, I want to let you guys know. Another thing that really bothers me is that the tenant council fund that we have, every year, everybody has a security deposit interest check that's supposed to be distributed to everybody. Instead of everybody getting a check each year, they put that money into the tenant council fund. So what I want to know is, if they're going to take our tenant council fund,
It's more too now.
are they going to give us our security deposit interest every year?
Interest is higher now.
And what about the back payments? What about all the back payments?
Law, they gotta give us the interest off our security.
Right.
I think it's more too, the percentage is up more, they give you even more.
Yeah, so,
On the deposit.
right, so they're supposed,
They wouldn't put
so I
the-
want to know is, where is our security deposit interest that they're saying that they're going to give it, that they're putting it into our tenant council funds? And if there's no tenant council funds, then I want to know, are they going to start issuing my security deposit checks to me.
That's right.
Right.
And that's a good question.
It's in the.
That's a good question, and that question will be better answered while Gail and Elizabeth are
Yes, when you
present.
put that on the
You
notes.
think we're gonna believe you?
Okay.
No, but I would like to see you guys come up with some numbers of how much you want to put into these things.
Okay, until the gift certificates that are going to be made out, the vouchers are going to be made out to a vendor,
Right.
not willy-nilly.
The vendor will, it'll be like this, you make one out to Safeway, say you say,
Exactly.
we want $1,500 to Safeway. You go to Safeway, you purchase the gift cards.
Right.
They are up to $500 each, prepaid, MasterCard or Visa. You add that money to the card, you can spend it wherever.
I
You
know.
put those away in the safe, you got that for your events. Then you're thinking about Christmas and Thanksgiving. Where do y'all want to eat? Where do y'all want to get your food from this year?
Money, baby.
Okay, well, wherever you want to get it from. See, this is what I'm trying to get across to you. We from Tenant Services are just trying to facilitate the money's getting spent so that you guys have it. Because it's only, this is the what? Today's the 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got about 29 days.
Now, but you still
Hey,
have to
you
do
know what,
the
I
check
wanna-
request.
2.5 weeks.
And you still have to do the check request
Right.
on Monday, and it doesn't come till
Till
Thursday.
Thursday.
And I think there's a limited amount you can order each week. So they're not gonna let you order the whole 6.
You gotta start it now.
I'm really just trying to let y'all know that it's crunch time. I hear what you're saying, but if you don't spend this money, it's gone.
So we can do it, let's do that right now.
Okay,
That's
all
why
right,
we're here.
all right. Let me just say one thing here. First of all, I'm really disappointed in CHP, okay? Again, pissed off. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm still pissed off about it.
No, because when they hired David Kim, that was the whole beginning of the
Taking our
end.
money, they are.
But I want to let
That
you know,
mean-spirited.
but I want to let you know
Rotten.
is that what I think Rodney's saying about us kind of like dividing the money into like events and stuff.
Exactly.
I think it's a good idea, but I think we shouldn't. I think we need to convert it just to one thing, into like a MasterCard or Visa card, and then we can divide it from there.
Exactly.
Okay?
Use it as
Because if we put it in, if we want to just put like $1,000 to Home Depot or $1,000 to Boston Market or something, then maybe we not want to spend $1,000 for Boston Market. Maybe we want to spend maybe $300 for Boston Market. So if we have a MasterCard and put all the money in one account, it lets us have the flexibility to spend it the way we all agree upon.
But you know what, Corey?
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, Corey, and I agree with. Well, here's my question.
Okay.
After a year of on that phone, here's my question. Let me make sure I got this right. You want to get a check cut for MasterCard. What are you going to say is the vendor? You dealt with
Safeway.
Okay, so we're going to say Safeway. Okay, and then we're going to get a MasterCard. Okay, that might work.
And just put it all into one account.
That might work, yeah.
There's
That
no,
might work.
so that way there's no confusion.
I don't know.
It's-
I don't know if they're gonna do a whole thing for $6,000.
See, I know, see, that's what I dealt with.
Okay, well,
I dealt with
and I'm
that.
gonna- but you know what? At this point, we don't know what's going on.
No, because they
Okay.
can't exactly play
So we don't. But you know what? I feel it doesn't hurt to ask.
I'm not disagreeing, but I know that group.
What I'm gonna say.
I know that group.
What I'm gonna say
No,
is-
Richard, you can't do that.
What I'm gonna say this for them to say that we can't get $6,000 at one time is I think is not reason for them to say we can't get it. I think it's not. I don't think it's not unreasonable for us to ask that because they're not being reasonable towards us.
They're not
And they didn't tell us ahead of time, they let us know
They're not being
next month.
fair towards us.
And Corey, just on that same accord, I didn't say they wouldn't give you the whole $6,000. It's your money.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for one vendor, at one vendor,
Exactly.
no,
They ain't
they'll
gonna
give you
do
the
it.
whole $6,000. But
They ain't gonna
you
do
got
it.
to think. You guys, I was just thinking. Please, just hear me out. I was just thinking. You guys be wanting to have barbecues and stuff like that. Give a gift certificate to Home Depot for charcoal and all that shit when you get ready.
I know,
to cook.
but-
then you get one for Safeway. But I'm just saying, you try. I don't know. They may do it, but I just don't see them giving
I don't see
one
them
gift
doing it.
certificate.
Okay, wait.
I don't see them doing it.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest.
We can
with
try
you.
it. We can try
We're
it.
gonna have to try it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to try it because, to be honest with you, they're giving us a deadline.
Right.
And they just
And
let
so,
us
for them to be realistic, they gotta be realistic.
Right, they gotta talk.
Okay. And another thing is this: if we don't get all 6,000 at one time, we can get it in small parts, but we can put it all in one account. What I'm saying is, that one account Safeway, it doesn't mean all that money goes to Safeway. Because it's a MasterCard. So anywhere, Boston
Anybody that
Market,
can
Home
accept
Depot, barbecues, they can all accept the MasterCard.
Yeah.
So a
That's
debit
true.
card,
That's true.
so,
We should have get a green dot
so we
card.
really don't need to worry. So basically what I'm concerned is, how much, do we want to convert the money into a Safeway card?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A
Let's do that.
MasterCard with the
Yeah.
MasterCard logo?
right.
And do we want all the 6,000? And if we have to get it in parts, do we want to put all that money into one account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why don't we just get a green dot card?
Yeah.
No, they're not going to, I'd go with the Safeway. Let the green dot go. They'll see it coming. The Safeway could be masquerading.
You know, Safeway,
Get it, 'cause
you're
everybody
right
gotta
there.
go.
You can go right to Safeway.
I'd
You can
rather do it
exchange
that
it
way.
right there at the Safeway.
Pass on that green dot. Take my words.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about a gift card, I was talking about the actual card.
Yeah, I know, but I
I know
still
what
go
Leah's
with
talking about.
Safeway
You
way.
can't take a prepaid credit card back and to exchange money out of. I wasn't talking about a gift certificate. A gift certificate is different from a
I know.
prepaid
Grab
card.
a credit card. I
Who
understand
said
that.
we had to spend it right now? Can't we just have a transfer,
Yeah.
like a tenant association account?
I
Like a
know.
credit union?
That's
Something that's like not Wells Fargo or, something.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the green dot and the Safeway. First of all, Levada had another good idea about a green dot as another vendor besides Safeway. Okay,
All right,
so
come on.
Safeway
Come on, man.
and Green Dot both offer
Yeah.
credit card logos. Okay, they're both like debit cards. Okay, the difference with Green Dot, you pay a monthly fee. You pay certain things. But one of the things I find Safeway is a little bit better is because you can go to the Safeway store.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say you can get the green dot card at Safeway and buy a money pack and load it onto the card. I didn't say send it to Green Dot. I didn't say
You can
that.
add money.
So it's similar, if I'm correct, it's similar to a prepaid, but Green Dot has other benefits or something?
Yeah, you can put all
Same.
money.
Load money on
It's
the
the
green
same.
dot
Don't
card.
they charge you?
It's,
It's a credit
it's the same
card.
thing.
Yeah,
It's the
they
same
have
thing.
card.
But doesn't green
It's
dot
basically
charge?
the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a credit card, you guys.
You don't have to
It's
load
a
it.
Visa
You can
credit
load
card,
money into
MasterCard,
Safeway.
American
So
Express,
you guys are
credit
saying
card.
that, and this is not my idea, this is what you guys are saying. You want all the money put on a Safeway card because you can go to Safeway where they have the credit, the gift card mall, where they have the prepaid, they have the ones for Costco, they have the ones for whatever, and you just put it all on one card, or?
No, we just want to put it onto. We want right to check out the Safeway as a vendor, and put it under the MasterCard. We want to buy a prepaid card,
Yeah.
one account. Period.
I think that's it.
That's it.
That's what we'll do. I'm through.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. And I'm all
And then,
Also,
and then. But I'm going to tell you something. What the vendor was trying to say is that in order for us to convert the money, you load it into a card.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I know.
you can do it through Green Dot or you can do it through Safeway. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point,
She was given another option, and that's great.
right. That's all she
So
was
that's all
saying.
it was.
Okay, Daryl. One last thing before we vote.
Okay, I want to clarify something. You guys are confusing yourself when you keep saying Safeway. Safeway is a vendor. They sell prepaid credit cards.
Right.
Green Dot, Account Now, any prepaid credit card,
Rush
even
card.
American Express,
Yeah.
MasterCard,
Oh,
Visa.
so we're gonna go
Specify
through Green
that.
Dots then.
Well, that's a
You're gonna go
a
through
vendor through
Safeway.
Safeway.
We're
Well,
going
let's
to
just
Safeway.
to give you guys an idea,
Walgreens.
Safeway's not the only one that sells them.
Walgreens
sells
does.
them.
Yeah.
where I got my.
Walgreens sells them, Safeway sells them,
So basically-
CVS Pharmacy sells them.
But dealing with that big amount, I don't think Walgreens is the way to go. We should go with a major
Go with
supermarket.
Safeway.
Go with
You know,
Safeway.
Go through Safeway,
Go through
but
Safeway.
be very specific. We want a prepaid
Paid
credit
card.
I know what
card,
we-
not a prepaid Safeway card.
No,
Yeah.
we want to.
That's where you guys are confusing.
We want a
No,
debit
That's
card.
where you think we're confusing.
No, he just
ourselves.
said that. That's okay that he's saying that.
Can I-
That was in the
I know-
store.
Okay, everybody.
Hey,
Let's all come to a vote. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to just summarize everything. We're going to go to Safeway and write the check out to them, but we're going to go through Green Dot as the company, as the credit card company.
Corey, please, one
We're gonna
real
buy
quick thing.
We're going to buy it from Safeway. Go ahead.
One real quick thing. This is just me. Just me. Do you guys really think you should get one card with $6,000 on it?
No,
Yeah.
no way.
Hold it. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Or do you think you should get it in denominations? Hold on. Let me give you my point. You get one prepaid green dot card. You give that card to Ruben. Ruben say, I'm going to Costco to get some stuff for a barbecue. Ruben loses that card. Your whole $5,000 gone. The whole $6,000. If you get smaller denominations, 500, 500, 500, and 500. And each time somebody does an event, they take that card. Not saying nothing's going to happen to the card, but you got to think, this is it. You get one card, one chance, you lose it, all your funds are gone. So that's the reality. I'm just saying,
Okay.
shit happens.
Okay, Rodney.
Rodney, we're not giving Ruben $6,000.
No.
That's first of all.
We might give
Okay.
you 500.
Okay, first of all,
50 cents.
I understand what Rodney's saying for security reasons, okay? And that's a good point, okay? Because we don't want to give one person one card and they have access to all the accounts.
All the money.
So what I was going to
Get your
say,
trash out.
what I was thinking maybe
Under that chair.
is we
You
could
was sitting there eating that shit.
He's talking.
I'm sorry, guys.
Jimmy, that trash on the chair has nothing to do
Hold on. We'll
Let that go.
We'll get that later.
Let that go.
This
Don't talk to me like that.
This is
Okay,
important.
here you go, here. Look, see.
No, I'll pick it up when I get damn good and ready. In fact, I'll put it in Jimmy's lap.
Well, that paper.
All right.
that-
So basically, I want to finish this meeting, you guys, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and we got to come together on this because if we're disorganized, we're not going to get the money, okay?
That's
And that's going to be a shame, okay? And all it
And
takes
get
is
your
for
vote,
us.
quit digging in the chip.
All it takes is for us to listen, okay? So everybody needs to come together and let's come to a vote, okay? All right. So basically, in regards to Rodney's security reasons, I think we should split some of that the funds. Maybe have 6 cards. 6 cards, 1,000 each.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
6 cards. So we're going to expect 6 prepaid cards. No more, no less.
Right.
With $1,000 each. Does that sound fair?
That's fair.
Locked up in
Wrong
the
with
safe.
12 cards with $500 each. I think it's a better thing, because
That's too many cards.
Too many cards.
Too many
I get the
cards.
price for the
You can lose the cards.
No, they'll cut a check for $1,000.
You can lose the
They'll
cards.
cut a check for $1,000.
6 you can manage.
Yeah,
6 you can manage. 12?
6
Come on, that's too many eggs in a hen.
All for
Okay.
it, raise your hand.
Okay, let's get
All right.
this over. 6
So-
cards, $1,000 each. That's right.
So as a council members and all the community that's present, I want to get a vote. Tenant Council has $6,000. We want to convert that money into a prepaid account into 6 different prepaid cards.
Okay.
And we're going to distribute that money throughout the rest of this year
Right.
for events.
Exactly.
But it can only be distributed upon Tenant Council and community voting,
Yeah.
as we
Totally
would
agree.
normally do
Yeah.
through our Tenant Council and community process.
I totally agree.
Okay? So all in favor, say aye.
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 Hell no.
And all in not favor, say aye.
Nay.
You say nay.
Oh, say nay. Say nay.
You guys,
Nay. You're gonna be confused.
Okay, well, we have a majority, and I want to, thank you. Thank you for your vote, Reem.
I said yes.
Thank you for your vote, Reem, right on. All right, you guys, thank you for your vote. I want to let you know this meeting has been recorded, and we're going to share it on the web.
Yeah.
So CHP and all the fundraisers and all the donors can see what is going on.
Now, you know, after they.
trying to buy us out.
They,
Thank you.
Your food away
you know
from
they're
you.
gonna want our support.
Okay, cut.